How's the champ?
Why, he's great.
Sure?
Well, I'm working with him. I ought to know what kind of shape he's in.
You're not giving us a bum steer now, are you?
Absolutely not.
Why, hello, Phil.
Say, who let you guys in?
Want to get a peek at the champ. How's he doing?
He's in great shape. He's a cinch to win.
Oh, yeah?
You heard me. You ain't got 10 ears. Say, Huffy, why don't you get in the ring and earn your dough, you big monkey?
I'm okay.
Smart boy.
Say, that's a lot of hooey. Take my tip and play him loose. I know something.
Hey, Zelly's betting McCabe will stop, Bobby.
Say, Zelly may be wrong.
Well, I never knew Zelly to be wrong. He's strictly a sure-thing gambler.
Next, here comes Sid Durham.
Mr. Durham.
How do you do, Mr. Durham?
All right, boy.
So that's the newspaper guy?
Yeah. I got something I want to say to him, too. Hello, boys.
Hi, sir.
Hi, Sid.
Hello, Mr. Durham.
Hello, Huffy. What's the news?
That was a swell article you had in today's paper.
Yeah?
The old man's packing a grouch.
Tom?
Yes, Tom. You know the reason why, don't you?
Can't say that I do.
Because of that baloney you've been putting in the papers about the sparring partner not giving a champ no competition.
Well, that's the way I see it, brother, and that's the way it rides.
Tom reads that stuff, then he goes around all the next day, hopping on everybody. That's the trouble with the boxer's father being his manager. He takes things too personal. I thought you were supposed to be a friend of the Murray family.
What of it? You're not a Murray, are you?
I work for them.
Listen, wouldn't make any difference. I'd say the same thing about Bobby Murray or Tom Murray. Either one of them.
And what I said in today's paper still goes. Someday he's going to say too much. He's shading me to give Bobby the break.
Oh, here it is.
Go on, read it out, Doris. Sid Durham's articles are the only ones I pay any attention to.
It is no secret that I am pulling for Bobby Murray to retain his championship in his bout with Andy McCabe. The name of Murray is a credit to the boxing game. Old Tom Murray is known all over the boxing world as a straight shooter. And he has raised his son with the same ideals of clean living. When old Tom Murray's friend, Patsy O'Connell, died about 18 years ago, Tom took Patsy's baby daughter, Doris, and has raised her as his own child. Anybody with a heart as big as that deserves success.
Go on, read some more.
Hello.
Oh, Sid.
Hello, Sid.
Come on in. We were just reading your article in today's paper. You hadn't ought to write all that bunk about me.
That isn't bunk, Tom. That's straight from the heart. Hey, what's this?
I have a hunch that Bobby Murray's chances of retaining his championship in his bout with Andy McCabe are not so good. When he goes in the ring, he'll be fighting two challengers, McCabe and an uneasy mind. The latter is a dangerous foe.
Go put your gloves on. You want to be thinking about winning this fight, not losing it.
I suppose that's straight from the heart, too.
Nobody? That's straight from the shoulder.
Well, I've taken many worse jabs than that, so I guess I can stand this one, Sid.
Sure.
What's the big idea, Sid?
That's the way I see it, Tom.
You're wrong. That kid's in swell condition. Take a look at him.
See you later, Doris.
Tending to his movement.
He isn't in shape. Anybody can see that.
Doris, will you help me put these on?
Bobby, there's something on your mind.
No, there isn't.
I know. You're in love.
You're a smart little girl.
You are, aren't you?
Yep. Hey,
I
take
knew
it
it.
easy.
I know who she is, too. She's the girl that just rented the house up on the hill.
Have you seen her?
Not close to. Is she pretty?
Pretty? She's beautiful.
Yeah?
Just beautiful.
That's what's the matter with you. If she had any sense, she'd stay away from you until after this fight is over.
But she don't know nothing about prize fighting or being in training. She just wanted to be near me.
Well, do you want this other glove on? Or do you think one hand is all you're going to need today?
She's a great kid.
Say, if I were you, I'd try to stop thinking about it until after this fight.
Gee, Doris, you don't know what it is to be in love.
You think I don't? What's her name?
Paula. Paula Varnout.
Funny name. There. How's that?
Let's see. That's great. Gee, Doris, I'm awful sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I must be so in love that I don't know what I'm doing. But it's always such a good excuse to do this.
That didn't hurt me, Bobby.
Gee, kid, the boy you fall for is sure gonna be in luck.
I wonder. Well, let's go. You have some training to do.
All right.
Go on in there now, Bobby, and don't hold your punches. Let that right go up to the limit.
Okay. Go on, show us what you've got.
Say, that girl of yours called up this afternoon. I talked to her.
Why didn't you tell me, you sap?
I couldn't. The old man was around.
What did she say?
Says she'll meet you the same place this afternoon.
What time?
The same time as yesterday.
Thanks, Huffy.
All right, let's go. Remember, Bobby, cut loose. Now you'll see something, Calamity Jane.
Yeah?
Right on the chin, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, attaboy, yeah. Attaboy, Peter. Attaboy. Come on.
Does that look like he's out of condition? What do you think of that one, huh?
Sorry, Huffy. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Oh, you didn't hurt me, just tickled.
I bet it just tickled you to death. If Bobby had hit Huffy like that 6 months ago, he'd have killed him.
I was holding it back.
Oh, I see.
That's enough for you, Huffy.
Your turn, pal. Okay, Chief.
736, and make it snappy.
Did you get a hold of Buster and Skeets?
Yes, I did.
Well, that's fine. And later on, I'll tell you, if you run short of scotch...
Hello?
Hello, is that you, Paula?
Yes.
I gave the champion message.
Well, what did he say?
He'll be there, same time as yesterday.
Good work, Happy. Don't breathe this to a soul, but I'm throwing a little party tonight, and you're invited.
Nix.
What? A lot of swell dames? Why, I'm a cinch to come. Is Ellie there?
Hello? Well, spill it. What's on your mind, Huffy?
Say, who told you this guy was all washed up? He just hit me on the chin, and I thought a building fell on me. If he hadn't held me up, I'd hit the canvas and might have broken my nose.
What are you doing, kidding me?
No, I just thought you ought to know. If McCabe walks into one of these punches, he'll go out like a light. Somebody's coming.
What'd you invite that mug to the party for?
Well, why not?
If Bobby sees him here, he's apt to get wise.
You leave Bobby to me.
You're pretty sure of yourself, and still you can't say positively that Bobby will be here.
Don't you worry about Bobby. I'll get him here if I have to carry him in on my back.
Well, when you see him this afternoon, remember you just got one job. That's to get him to come to your party tonight. And after that, you can leave the rest to me.
And me.
You know, if we put this racket over, we can clean up.
All the rest of these boobs are as sweet as Bobby. This racket wouldn't be half bad.
You're not falling for him, are you?
He's rather sweet. But don't worry. I won't fall for him. Not with $300,000 at stake.
I'm spending the money already. And the sweetest part of it is that nobody will suspect Bobby Murray of throwing a fight.
Yeah.
Did you see Sid Durham's article today about how straight and honest he is?
I did.
What a laugh.
Yes.
That's enough, Bobby. Call it a day.
You're all right, kid. All right.
You were holding them, weren't you, Bobby?
Holding them?
The punches.
Gosh, did it look as bad as that?
You can't hurt no one with those big gloves. Go ahead, get in the shower, kid. Maybe tomorrow you'll write something intelligent.
Can't tell a thing about it.
Doris. Real champ.
You're kind of fond of that boy, aren't you?
Why, of course. We're all fond of him.
Oh, sure. Tom tells me you're in love with each other.
Bobby doesn't love me.
No? How about you?
Oh, Sid.
Bobby must be blind.
Well, you see, we were brought up together, and he treats me like a kid sister. Sid, it hurts.
Sure.
I'm going to my room, Sid.
Wait a minute. Who is the girl that lives in the house on the hill?
Why, I don't know. Let me go.
Bobby.
Coming right out, Dad.
How you feeling?
Great.
Sit down. Let's visit. What's the matter, Bobby? You and me used to be the best team in the fight racket.
Used to be? Ain't we still?
I don't know.
Don't start bawling me out. I'm doing my best.
I ain't bawling you out, kid. I only wish if there's anything bothering you, you'd tell me about it, like you used to. You know, Bobby, me being your manager and trainer, you maybe sometimes forget I'm your father, too.
There's nothing wrong, Dad. If there was, I'd tell you.
I don't care what it is. Don't be afraid of me. I know it's nothing crooked, because I know you wouldn't do anything that wasn't on the level. I got faith in you, see? So you could do anything in the world, anything, and you'd still be right as far as I'm concerned.
I know, Dad. I know.
You're my whole life, boy. You know that. All I want is to be your pal and see you happy.
There's nothing wrong, Dad, only I can't sleep good.
Remember, son, all the punishment you got to take is in the ring. In life, it's different. If anyone wants to take a sock at you in life, just borrow your old man's chin. It's mighty tough and can take it a plenty.
Dad, you're the best old man a guy ever had. But I wouldn't let you take any raps for me. If I ever get in a jam, I'll take the rap myself. And if you got any coming to you, I'll take them, too. Well, now I guess you know how we stand with each other.
Sure. Sure.
This fella, I think your boy's too heavy. Just about 10 pounds.
Say, Bobby. What I want to know is why you've been driving off by yourself these last few days.
Oh, gee, can I be alone for a minute?
Bobby, you shouldn't speak to Tom like that.
Oh, that's all right. I like to see him that way before a fight. It's a good sign. Why don't you take Doris with you?
Oh, no, I don't want to go. Let him go alone, Tom. It's the only chance he gets to relax a little bit.
Well, go on. But be back in an hour. Sid, if I ever have another son, it's a cinch I won't be his manager.
Well, I hope not. I found out her name. It's Paula Varnum.
Well, what of it?
I've heard of her before. I think I'll go up and have a little chat with her tonight.
Darling, I thought you'd never come.
Nothing could keep me from you, you know that.
I'm so happy to see you. Well, Bobby, tomorrow's the big day.
Yeah, Paula. You know, I can hardly realize that 3 weeks have passed since I met you.
Only 3 weeks. I feel as if I'd known you for years. Every time I pick up the newspaper, I turn straight to the sporting page to read all about you. And now, after the fight tomorrow night, we may never see each other again.
Paula, why do you say that?
Well, you have your career to think of, and I mustn't stand in the way.
Gee, Paula, you're wonderful. Always thinking of others. You don't know what you've meant to me.
No, I'm glad for your sake. As for me, oh, it doesn't matter. Bobby, will you do something for me?
Of course I will. Anything.
Will you come and see me tonight?
The night before the big fight? Oh, I couldn't do that. Dad watches me like a hawk.
Well, can't you come for a half an hour after your dad's asleep?
I'm afraid
Oh, never mind. I guess you're right. It's a silly idea of mine to have you alone with me. Perhaps for the last time.
Oh, sweetheart, when you talk that way, how can I say no? I'll make it somehow tonight, after Dad's gone to sleep.
Oh, Bobby, you're a darling. You won't disappoint me.
I've given you my promise, haven't I?
Attractive as it used to be.
No creaking in the joints. Some kids.
Oh, that's okay for me. I'll take 5 gallons.
Did you swallow a sponge?
What is this, Heine? Sterno?
No, my boy, that's blue vitriol.
Another drink and I'll probably go home and pay my rent.
Yeah, what with? Hey, take a little huppy, will you? Huh? Give me a shot. Oh, you drink? You're almost
No, thanks, honey. I don't drink.
You don't drink?
Well, that is when there's work to be done.
Oh. Well, Paula, what's on your chest?
Oh, make the drink strong. I hope to weaken some of the guests.
Hey, I was tending bar before you was born.
Thank you, honey. That's one of the few compliments I've received this evening.
It's all right. And listen, if any of those eggs gets hard, I got something to soften them with.
Hold it a moment.
Hello, Mo.
Good evening, Mr. Zeller. Like a big party tonight.
Sure does.
Hello there.
Oh, hello, sweet.
No,
Is he here yet?
not yet.
Well, that's a break.
Careful there.
Lip rouge?
Good.
Fella, that's a production. You couldn't have dressed better even for me.
Well, it took an occasion like this to make you crack out.
Yeah?
Yeah?
What did it cost?
You'll hear about that later.
Thanks. The mob in there?
All around the bar.
I want to work on them before Bobby gets here.
Yes.
Hey, you guys. Come here. You want to smoke?
Yes.
If this thing goes over, baby, we're made. Never mind, girls. This is business, not a dirty story.
I catch on, Mr. Zelly. Well, when you want us, you'll ring for us then.
Go on, scram.
What a charming holster.
Now listen, gang. We got to do a little rehearsing before Bobby gets here. We're on the edge of a field day, and I don't want no slip-ups.
Okay, Chief. All right, Zelly, what's on your mind?
When Bobby comes in, I want you to start three-sheeting him. About everything except his ability as a fighter. He's a prince of good fellas. He's a sheik with the women. He's a wise guy with his dough. He's anything he'll fall for, but not so hot as a fighter. Drop a few remarks, casual-like, about how good McCabe is, and be a little worried about the shape Bobby's in. Get the angle?
Say, don't worry, Chief. We'll get that guy lit like a torch and he'll be a cinch.
We'll fix Bobby tonight, and tomorrow, we bet the bankroll on McCabe.
Suppose he wins.
Don't worry, Bobby won't win. He gets a certified check for 100 grand, and that's 50 more than he'd get if he wins. The check's made out to Paula and him both. He can't cash it without her signature. Paula, you know what to do. Be careful how you handle him, but get him plenty hopped up.
By any chance, are you giving me lessons in sex appeal?
No, baby, I guess you know that stuff yourself.
I should.
Now remember, get the sign from me, beat it.
Okay, Chief.
That may be Bobby now.
Right, come on, beat it.
Clear out and give me plenty of room.
Though the sky may be dreary, don't be blue.
Hello, my darling. Oh, I thought you'd never come. Give me your hat. No? Take somebody's hat.
What is this? I didn't know it was going to be a party.
I arranged a little surprise for you.
Well, it's a surprise, all right. Paula, you better get my hat. I better go. You know, I'm in training.
Oh, Bobby, you wouldn't do that. I've arranged the whole party for you. Why, even have Huffy and some of the other boys to make you feel more at home. That's Joe Ray in there singing now. And it's Anne Greenway. And Ann Pennington with the pretty knees. Oh, you wouldn't miss a show like that.
Oh, Paula, look, I'm not even dressed. She's terribly embarrassed.
Aren't you the champion? Well, you're welcome anywhere, you know that.
Well, I'll stay for just a little while. Then.
Oh, that's a darling.
In a sun.
Hold everything, Joey. Look what I have here, the champion, Bobby Murray.
Feel fine. I want you to meet Grady, the original bartender that rolls his own bar.
Hi, champ.
And this is Florence. Florence, this is the champ.
Did you say champ or chump? For a while, we thought you were going to break our hearts.
Oh, yeah?
There's another couple of girls here I want you to meet, Bobby.
She's met me. I think that ought to be enough.
Welcome to our love nest. Thanks.
Hello, Bobby. Gee, ain't he grand? Say, I've met you before, but I bet you don't remember me. You look like a college boy.
College boy.
Bobby, Step up and take one on the chin.
On the chin is right.
No thanks, none of that stuff.
Oh, do have a little sip of wine. I'll sweeten it for you.
You know, it ain't that we want you to drink, but with everyone else drinking and you cold sober, everything seems so dumb.
Well, sure, back too. Well, don't forget, boys, we got a fight tomorrow night, you know.
Well, here's to you and the other guys that don't drink.
Listen to me, my pretty one. That's my personal and private champ, so hands off.
Well, here's to Bobby Murray, the king of good guys, boys.
That's a Bobby.
Here's to Bobby.
Have a little drink, darling.
No thanks, Paula.
Oh, it's as weak as lemonade, isn't it, Tiny?
There ain't 14% in a barrel of it.
Exactly.
Come on,
This is the last one.
Let's all take a drink to Bobby Murray, the greatest champion we ever had.
Right. Listen, Dave, don't forget I haven't licked McCabe yet.
Say, who's talking about fighting? Personally, I think McCabe will trim you. But who cares? We're drinking 100% for your he-manhood. Ain't that right, fellas?
You bet.
And Bobby, listen, besides, it's time you lost the title anyway and had a little fun for yourself. Come on now,
What
be a sport.
nonsense.
Give in.
Bobby losing the title.
A fine bunch of pals you guys are. I'd like to have you in my corner tomorrow night.
We might be there. Bobby, they're kidding you. That's all they're kidding you.
Hey, McCabe is good now. You can't laugh that off.
Sure he is good. Well, now let's do the fighting tomorrow night at the Polo Grounds, and tonight, let's have fun.
That's a good idea.
Boom,
Have a
boom.
grand time.
Why don't you show Bobby around the place?
Splendid idea. Have a lovely old bicycle out here you simply adore.
Yeah, take the chum for a ride.
Right down.
I guess everything's okey-doke.
Everything damn. That last one I slipped him would have floored Dempsey. I'll say it.
Gee, Paula, it's great to be out of jail again.
I've been so terribly nervous. I thought you'd never turn up.
Well, Dad moved right into my room, and I had to wait until he went to sleep.
Listen, Bobby, duck out of sight. Maybe it's just as well that no one but your friends know you're here tonight.
Well, let him come. You know, it's nobody's business where I spend my time, Zelly.
Well, that's just the point. It's nobody's business. So come to the other room with me. Come along.
Well, good old Sid Durham.
Hello, Zelly.
Hi, Sid.
I'm just here for a little information.
Sure.
You haven't seen Bobby Murray tonight, have you?
Bobby? No. Why?
Well, I just have reason to believe that he isn't at his camp. I thought I might find him here.
No, Sid, we haven't seen him.
You don't have to worry about me spilling this in my paper. But I don't want the kid to make a fool of himself.
Sid, we ain't laid eyes on him. Who told you Paula was throwing a party?
We get around an awful lot. Well, I'll be stepping along. I'm awfully glad Murray isn't here. By the way, his car is parked out here in the garden. If I were you, I'd see that he gets back to his camp all right. So long.
What's the matter, darling?
I'm off my nut about you, and you know it. So you play me for a sucker.
What do you mean?
These other guys and Zelly. That's what's the matter with me. That's why I can't sleep at night. How do I know what you're doing when I'm not here?
Oh, very well. If that's the way you feel about it, I'll go into the other room.
No, don't. I didn't mean it that way.
Well, try and be a little more polite.
Don't pay any attention to what I say. I'm going crazy, don't you know that? So upset and nervous and everything.
Oh, I don't mind. I like you to be rough. But not all the time.
Joe, look who's here. Ann Pennington.
Hey,
You've been rehearsing a little dance.
Oh, will you try it out here for the folks? Come on.
Would you like, sweet?
Trying to sit in and get it.
That's more like my old Bobby. Oh, my sweet angel.
Listen, Paula. Why can't you and me get married right away?
Because I've told you a million times you can't have marriage without money. You can have love, but not marriage.
Well, if that's all you want, I can get that. I get $50,000 for this fight.
If you win. But what's 50,000?
You know, sometimes I wonder if you'd love me if I lost and wasn't the champ anymore.
Maybe you'd mean more to me than ever before.
I would. That's a funny angle.
Because then I wouldn't have to share you with any of the rest of the world. You belong so much more to me, dear. My darling.
Oh, Paula, you're wonderful.
Bobby. Bobby.
Hello?
Hello, Tom. This is Sid.
Yes? Yes.
Is Bobby there?
He ain't here, Sid. Do you know where he is? Who's she? All right, Sid. I'll be right with you.
Tom, what's happened?
Nothing, darling. Sid just phoned. Go back to bed.
Bobby. Would you like to go away with me? Somewhere far off?
Would I?
That's what I've been dreaming of, dear. To get away from everybody. Just to be alone with you.
Paula, darling.
I love you so much, Bobby, dear. Do you know that?
I adore you, Paula. I'd do anything in the world for you. Anything.
If we only had the money.
Well, it doesn't take so much.
Oh, yes, it does. But I'll get it. You leave it to me.
Where will you get it?
You mustn't ask me that. But I'll get it. Don't you worry about it.
On board, hook, line, and sinker.
Absolutely, everything is...
The champion chump still in there?
Still in there, hasn't come out yet.
Okay.
I think he's getting rid of it.
You ask me, the old man's burning up.
You mean to say that you let some other guy give you dough?
Excuse me. Am I butting in?
As a matter of fact, you are. I've just had a proposal of marriage.
From Bobby? Good. Did she accept you, Bobby?
No, I haven't got enough money.
Money? Well, that's the easiest thing in the world to get.
Yeah? How?
Yeah. Let's sit down and talk it over. All you gotta do is use your head. Now, for instance, Bobby, if you knew you were going to win, you could bet on yourself and make a lot of money. But you don't know. You know, you ain't in such good shape. Look at your hands. They're shaking.
I've been drinking too much. I guess I got a little drunk.
You can't be sure you're going to win, but you can be positive you're going to lose.
What?
How can he possibly know that?
Ask him.
It's crooked. It's called throwing a fight.
Well, it's done all the time. How'd you like to have $100,000?
$100,000?
Yeah. Now, you two kids are in love with one another. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you a certified check for $100,000 made out to you both, on one condition.
What's that?
That Bobby loses the fight tomorrow night. And he may anyway.
Listen, Zelly. I know it doesn't mean anything to you, but I've always been straight. Being straight's a religion with Dad. I never could look him in the face again.
You mean you aren't going to take it?
I can't take it. And there's another angle, too. My mother never cared for boxing. But there was one thing she was strong for. Whatever I did, whether I was a motorman or a boxer, I was to play the game straight and clean.
Yes.
See?
Well, your mother's gone now.
Yeah? She may be going to you. And she's right here with me all the time.
You're as good as licked now.
Well, then what are you so anxious to give me $100,000 for? Don't you figure to win both ways?
My boy, I'm a surefire gambler. I'm willing to pay to be sure, and pay big. No hard feelings. I'm sorry you're such a sap. Paula, I'll leave the check with you anyway, in case Bobby changes his mind.
Thanks.
Be good.
Yes, you? No.
Are you folks enjoying yourselves?
Well, did the yucker say go for the egg shay?
Ixnay Ackentray, Uskray.
Bobby, you said you'd do anything in the world for me.
Oh, Paul, I would.
Well, then prove it by doing this little thing.
What do you mean, this little thing?
Well, I'd do as much for you. I just said I would. Apparently you don't love me as much as I love you.
Oh, Paula, don't be like that, huh?
The end of our dreams. Everybody says you'll lose the fight anyway. Oh, you'll never have any money and we can't get married. Oh, Bobby. Oh, you broken heart.
All right. I'll do it.
You'll do it? Oh, Bobby, dear.
After that, I'm going to have another little drink.
Oh, you've had enough already. Remember, you go into the ring tomorrow night.
Yeah. I'll go in the ring. What a laugh that'll be. 100,000 laughs at $1 a laugh.
Oh, you're drunk now.
What of it? Bobby Murray takes a dive. That's just like the electric chair, you know? A little switch and you're dead. Who cares? I don't.
Don't lose your nerve now.
Nerve? Gave you my promise, didn't I?
Of course you did, darling.
I give her that 110 proof bottle. He must be cockeyed by now.
It's all right with me, honey.
Now he goes.
I don't care for tonight.
Take care of Hudley, will you?
Oh, Bobby!
That's happened really.
Great.
Well,
Look all you give me. For eye wash.
I want a big one. Big one, Bob. Like this. Help yourself.
Come here, all you fellas. Come here.
What's on your mind? Eddie Story?
Take a look at your champ, and maybe the last time.
He's kidding again.
Pals, Bobby?
Always pals. Well, here's to the champ.
There we are.
Sure I can.
That's a kill. Bobby, one drink. That's okay, Bobby.
Well, do I get the pearl necklace?
Baby, we mop up. Well, I wonder who that can be.
How should I know?
Maybe the joint's pinched.
Hello, Tom.
Where's my boy?
What's the idea?
Where is he? Come on, I want him.
Well, what makes you think he's here?
I said I wanted him.
I didn't say he was here, did I?
Say, old boy, this is strictly laughs. Take your drama outside.
Say the word, Zelly.
Wait a minute, Jake.
Now listen, Zelly. You don't do what Tom says, you'll never turn another wheel in this town.
Why, Mr. Durham, there's nothing wrong.
Come on, where is he?
He's here. He's coasting. But there's nothing wrong.
I didn't ask you whether there was anything the matter or not.
Oh, now, wait a minute. What's the idea? What are you trying to pull around here, anyway?
Let me give him a punch in the jaw.
Come on, you punk, start something and see what happens to you. Listen, you bunch of crooks and grafters. One funny move and I'll pitch this joint out of the window.
Tom, take it easy, Tom.
Take it easy. When you try to ruin Bobby the night before he goes in the ring, when you try to disgrace my son and break me, why,
Oh, wait a minute.
You think I'm just a hick manager who don't know what comes off in the fight racket. You think you're sitting so pretty that even the police and the newspapers can't touch you. You think that you can take any fighter in the game and get him in a jam and then ease him out with your lousy money. Well, let me tell you, there's one boy that you can't do business with, and that's Bobby Murray.
Nobody's trying to hurt your baby boy.
Quiet, Paula. Let him rave.
You think it's just a rave, huh?
What's the idea?
Bobby.
Why you leave me all alone in there for? Bobby, there, give me a hand to see it.
You're all right, kid.
Here. There, Bobby.
Come on, Bobby.
It's all right. It's Tom. It's your old man.
You're all right.
Just a tough one on the chin, kid.
Give me the count, Tom.
You're doing all right, kid. Now up, easy, easy.
Put everything you got into it. That's it, boy.
Come on, let's get him out of here, Tom.
You're all right now. It's Tom. It's your old man. Come on, boy.
Now what do we do?
Well, that's that. How's he going to get out of it? It won't make any difference anyhow.
Tom! Bobby! What's happened?
I can walk to that.
Sure, let him walk, sir.
All right.
Bobby! What happened? Bobby, speak to me. This is Doris who loves you.
Bobby, you're just celebrating your victory a few hours too soon.
I guess I had a couple of drinks.
You should have waited. Then you could have celebrated with Sid and Doris and your old man.
My head feels terrible.
Bobby, what you need is a lot of sleep. You'll feel fine in the morning.
Why, Bobby, you're not the first champion that's had a few drinks the night before a battle.
Well, I guess I'll go to sleep. Doris, you're an awfully sweet little girl. Don't worry about me, Dad.
I'm not worrying, Bob.
We'll be all right, Dad.
Sure.
That's it.
Good night, Bobby. Those rubbers will smack all that alcohol out of him in the morning.
Sure.
Oh, Tom, don't worry. The newspaper boys will never get wind of this.
I'm not worrying. I'm not worrying about anything.
Good night.
Night.
See you in the morning.
Sure.
Tom, can't I do something for Bobby?
He's all right, dear. A few drinks ain't gonna hurt him.
I'm so worried about him.
Don't worry. Better go on to bed.
Good night, Tom.
Good night, darling.
Folks, I wish you could just see this crowd. Every seat is taken, and still they come. Wall Street brokers, politicians, people prominent from every walk in life. Well, this is just another preliminary. The boys seem to be leading. Schultz is still holding, and when he isn't holding, Patterson is. How they love each other. Now they're dancing around a little bit. A little music wouldn't go bad in here, I guess.
Funny to smile, Bobby. Looks like you're going to your own funeral.
1-2 on the chin, kid, and he's over.
Come on, let's get the hands done, will you?
Pretty good boy. That'll be a pretty good fight.
Want to see you, man. Hey, boys. Preliminary's on. You gotta get out there. Not a bad idea, Sid.
Bobby's going to throw this fight.
What?
For $100,000. Zelly did it. John Zelly and this woman.
Sid, if you weren't the oldest friend I got, I'd start beating up on you right now. Saying that about Bobby.
Tom, what object would I have in telling you anything like that? Come on, hurry up. Time's short. Look in his trousers and you'll find the check.
I will not.
Well, then I will. I'll prove it to you. Better to know than suspect.
Well, let's get this one done.
Quiet, don't. Quiet, that's... Don't get his stomach.
Hello, Bobby.
Hello, Sid.
How are you feeling?
Hello, Sid.
Pretty good.
Fine. Good luck.
Thanks, Sid.
I gotta go out the
Hey, we get that tape here?
Billy, get that,
Come on, will you get the hands down? I'm getting nervous.
don't get nervous, boy.
Hey, how's that?
He's wide open.
How's that semi-long wind-up? How does that look like?
Sure, he's all right.
There you are. Look through those.
All right, I'll humor you. Just $1.
Let me look.
You owe me an apology.
What do you think of that?
All right, you fellers, go on outside.
Come on, boys. Let's get out of here.
Well, all right, I'll tell you what we do.
You too, Phil.
Okay. Come on, Phil.
Get me outside and keep them mugs out.
Right.
Well, what do you got to say for yourself?
I don't know what you're talking about.
This fight's going to be a barney.
That's so fine. Where did you get that dope?
It's all around.
Yeah, it always is.
Sid Durham don't lie. He might be mistaken, but he don't lie.
Well, spill it. What's on your mind?
You've thrown this fight in a deal with John Zelly.
It's a lie.
For $100,000 in a dirty Broadway trap.
That's a dirty lie. What a rotten thing to say to me now.
If anybody but Sid Durham had said it, I'd have socked him. But Sid's been my best friend for 20 years.
Well, his dope's all wet, the fool. Even you ought to know that.
Out of condition. Overtrained. Paula Varnoff, John W. Zelly, and one big scoop. That's the lineup.
What a fine thing to put me on the pan for. 5 minutes before I'm going in that ring.
There's a check for $100,000. Signed by John W. Zelly. Made out to Paula Varnoff and Bobby Murray.
I can't help it. It's a frame-up, I tell you. Did I cash it? Did I cash it?
You didn't have a chance. I've been close to you all day.
No, Dad, I swear.
Don't lie to me.
Oh, Dad, I can explain it. I promise you it's all right.
You little rotter.
Oh, Dad, will you listen
Liar.
to me? Thief, cheat. Dad, I can explain it. You've got to believe me.
Oh, believe you. I've believed you long enough. Now I'm through. Washed up. I don't know what I've done to get a break like this. My own son, the kid I raised and trained to be a square shooter. My own flesh and blood gone so rotten he stinks. I got one last say to you, and then I never want to see your crooked face again.
Dad, will you listen? I was crazy. I didn't know what I was doing. They forced the check on me.
One last say, and that's the last order I'll ever give you. You're not going in that ring tonight.
What?
You're not going in that ring.
Well, who's gonna stop me?
I am.
About 5 minutes now, Bobby. Patterson will never last the rout.
I'll be right out. I can't stay in here. I'm going crazy. Get out of my way.
You hurt me, you...
Get out of my way.
So help me, if I have to find the boxing commissioner himself, I'm going to keep you out of that ring.
Hello, Doris.
Bobby, may I speak to you a moment?
Yeah, sure. Gee, Doris, it was awful sweet of you to make this roll for me.
I'm glad you like it, Bobby. I just came in to wish you luck before the fight.
Thanks for coming, Doris. Don't go, Doris. Not yet, please.
Not if you don't want me to, Bobby.
Well, please stay, just for a minute.
Bobby, what's happened?
I've just taken the worst punch I've ever had.
Is anything wrong? Tell me about it.
Everything. Everything's wrong. I'm a crook and a skunk. And a double-crossing yellow dog if there ever was one. And now that I know it, what can I do about it? Do you know something, Doris? I was going to throw this fight. Oh, I've been a lot of rotten things, but always before I've been honest. You have no idea how bad I felt ever since I let him put that over on me. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm through with Zelly, and I'm through with her. I'm going in there and fight. I don't know if I've got a fight left in me, but I'm going to try.
Oh, Bobby, Bobby, I love you for that. Oh, I know you don't want me to, but...
Don't want you to what, Doris?
Love you.
Sure I do. What's the matter with you?
Oh, I mean like this. I don't know what I'm saying.
Gee, Doris, wait a minute. Let me get this. Do you mean that you... Gee, what a sap I've been. I never even guessed it. Do you know something, Doris? I feel the same way, too.
Bobby.
Funny. I never felt like this before. This is different. There was nothing like this with her. Gee, I must have been crazy.
Say, Bobby,
What do you want?
somebody out here wants to see you before you go in the ring.
I can't see anybody now, you know that.
It's Zelly.
Oh, don't see him.
He said he just wants one word.
Tell him to come in here, Hoppy.
Oh, Bobby, you don't have to play fair with crooks.
Just for a minute. Hello, Bobby.
Everything okey-doke?
I got something to say to you, Zelly.
Now, don't worry about a thing. Just go in there, do your stuff, and leave the rest to me.
Well, I'm not going through with it.
Now, don't get nervous. Don't get cold feet at the last minute. All you got to do is go in there and lay down anytime after the fourth.
Yeah? Well, listen, Zelly. I was drunk. I was crazy when I took that check. And I'm not going through with it.
Now, let me get this straight. You mean you're not going through with it? After I slip you a certified check for $100 grand? After I spent 3 months nursing you along with my mob, you're not going through with it? Say, listen. I'm sick of clowning around with you. Now, you get in there and do your Brody, or you'll take a long ride with me.
Oh, yeah? Well, this is what I think of you, Zelly.
Bobby, what are you doing?
Oh, he's got cold feet, that's all.
Oh, yeah? That's enough out of you. I'm through with you, Zelly. It took me a long time to find you out. And that goes for you, too.
Oh, darling Bobby. Oh, you can't mean that. You don't know what you're doing. It'll be the end of all our hopes and dreams, Bobby dear. Oh, you can't mean that.
You heard what I said to him. Well, the same goes for you. I'm through with you.
Oh, you're through with me, eh? Well, get this, babyface. You promised to throw the fight. Doesn't a promise mean anything to you, you little double-crossing snake? Clean and straight, eh? The only thing straight about you is that yellow streak up your back. You talk to him, Zelly.
I'll do a lot more than talk to him. Now, listen. Two-timers don't last more than long in my racket. Now, you go in there and do your nosedive.
Okay, Bobby, we're up now. Boy, the crowd's going nuts.
Well, I'm going in there to fight, Zelly. And I'm going in to win. For the last time, you're going to have sense?
Quiet, monkey, you're in a hospital room. Very clean, champ. Let's go. Here they come. McCabe is now entering the ring, and he's getting a good hand. Here comes Bobby Murray, and he's climbing in through the rope. And oh boy, listen to that crowd. They've just simply gone wild. It's easy to see who their favorite is. McCabe looks heavier than Murray tonight, but Murray's speed will soon overcome that handicap.
Where's that?
Keep your mind on the guy in the corner there. I don't see Bobby's father, but I suppose he'll be in there in a minute now. This would be Bobby's first fight without his dad in his corner.
Oh, Tom. Bobby is on the level. I saw him tear up that check and throw it in Billy's face.
You tore up the check?
Yes.
Where is he now?
Bobby's in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the main event of the evening for the middleweight championship of the world, introducing Andy McCabe. And now the middleweight champion of the world, Bobby Murray. Referee Billy Cole, timer, let's go!
Hey, how about that grease on this guy, Jim?
Right, you scared you
Just a minute. Now, that's enough of that, boys. Now, you boys, when you're fighting in close, keep fighting until I tell you both to break. When I say break, you must break and break clean. Don't hit coming out of break. Understand? And beware of your low punches, boys. Pull them up a bit. You shake hands now and come out fighting.
And that sturdy rat Billy is in there.
Oh, yes. Hello.
McCabe is rushing Murray all over the ring. He's swinging on him with both hands and going right in.
I got about 1,000,000 things to say to you.
Well, I don't want to listen to him.
Don't act bored. You won't have to listen to them. What I think of you, I can rub into your dirty hide. Listen, you old skunk. Don't put any of your pug stuff on me, you get it?
It's beginning to cloud up a little, folks. And it looks like rain. If it does rain, we'll have a new champ tonight. A slippery ring, and Bobby's superior speed won't mean a thing.
Keep away from Bobby. I don't want him in your jazz joints. Keep away from him with your women and your gamblers, you rat.
Bobby caught one. He's down. It looks like he's out. I told you that it was a surefire better. McCabe is trying terribly to land another one of those haymakers. The Bobby's in Cole's arm, covers up. It's pouring rain now, and the boys are slipping all over the ring.
Now, maybe you'll let that kid alone, eh? Don't think I'm not hip to you, trying to make a crook out of my boy.
Are you all right?
How's he doing, Phil? Not so well, Tom. He's been asking for you. Glad you came. There's the bell. The bell's safe, Bobby. Hello, there's Tom Murray. Don't know where he's been, but I'm afraid he's come in too late to help Bobby now.
All right, he'll be all right in just a minute. Here, Bob, take a look. It's me, Bobby. Everything's all right. I knew you couldn't go through with it. You're straight, Bobby. You're straight. I knew you couldn't go crooked. Where you been, Dad? Never mind. I'm with you now, kid. Where you been? You're gonna win. You remember when you go in there, that every time you hit McCabe, you're hitting that crook Zelly. See? Now, go in. Give him everything you got, Bobby. Give him everything you got, boy. Go on, Bobby, old boy. Go there.
He's sailing into McCabe like a madman. Why, McCabe's so surprised he doesn't know what he's doing. Bobby is knocking him into the body. And he stocks him another left into the stomach. Wham! A right hook. Oh, McCabe's down. Oh, chicken head. This sure thing again. Bobby Murray retains the middleweight championship of the world. We won 2 fights tonight. 3 counted Zelly. And 4 counted doors.